Is the Battlefield 6 campaign worth it? Well, that depends on what you're looking for. It took me about 6 hours to beat, and I have to say I quite enjoyed myself despite the numerous wonky moments. The first mission made a poor impression, but right after that you're sent skydiving into Gibraltar with a sniper rifle, which is awesome. Really feel like they should have started with that. There's a good variety from there on, with you sniping one moment, exploring pitch-black tunnels with a shotgun the next, then driving a tank down a Cairo highway. The enemy AI is clueless, but it largely gets away with it because of the scale of the battles and the fact that the guns just feel really good to use. There are definite capital B battlefield moments, from scripted destruction set pieces to the fact that when a helicopter arrives to reinforce your enemies, you can just snipe the pilot to bring the whole thing down. But also regularly throughout, there are just bizarrely unpolished bits. Small stuff like enemies on a tower not being killable because a tank needs to fire a scripted shot at them, or every time you breach a doorway, the baddies behind it sort of just stand there and wait for the cutscene to end so you can shoot them. There's also this awkward guided missile bit in which the enemies just drive and fly slowly along a road while you blow them up one by one. It's very odd. As for the story, I can't say that I cared about any of the characters, and the narrative just hard stops right at the point it could start to get interesting. My biggest complaint, though, is actually that there are no jet or helicopter missions to help you practice flying. Even just a chopper gunner mission would have been pretty cool and helped you practice ahead of multiplayer, but they stick to grounded vehicles almost entirely and only occasionally let you actually drive them yourself. All that said, if you go in knowing that this is going to be a pretty strictly controlled shooter packed with return to the combat area warnings, and seriously, sometimes they will shift with checkpoints and screw you over, and that there's minimal replayability beyond a handful of collectibles, it's a surprisingly fun ride that gives you a nice tour of a number of Battlefield 6's weapons, environments, and vehicles. I certainly wouldn't buy Battlefield 6 just for the campaign, but if you're here for the multiplayer too, it's well worth giving a go. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, even with all its faults. I'd love to hear your thoughts too when you jump into the game, so feel free to leave a comment once you've had a go.